When I opened the nursery door that morning, what I saw made my heart stop. My 3 German shepherds were surrounding my son's crib, and one of them, Rocky, had his massive head resting right next to my baby boy's tiny hand. I thought my dogs were my only children. I was so wrong. If you're still watching and haven't hit that subscribe button, I have to say, this journey gets even better. Join our pack and don't miss what happens next. This is the story of little Ethan and his 3 furry guardians. For the longest time, I believed my German shepherds were all the family I'd ever need. Rocky, Luna, and Bear were my world, my companions, my protectors, my everything. But when Ethan came into our lives, everything changed in ways I never could have imagined. Rocky is the oldest, the biggest, and from day one, he appointed himself as Ethan's personal bodyguard. Wherever my son goes, Rocky follows. If Ethan crawls toward the stairs, Rocky blocks his path. When Ethan takes his afternoon nap, Rocky lies at the foot of his crib and refuses to move until the baby wakes up. It's like watching a soldier on duty, loyal, unwavering, completely devoted. Luna and Bear, they have their own roles. Luna is the gentle one. She licks Ethan's face softly and brings him her favorite toys, teaching him how to play. Bear is pure energy. He spins and jumps and makes Ethan laugh so hard that tears roll down his chubby cheeks. But Rocky has this unbreakable bond with Ethan that goes deeper than anything I've ever witnessed between a dog and a child. But here's what terrified me before Ethan was born. How would 3 massive German shepherds react to a tiny newborn? These dogs weigh over 80 pounds each. One wrong move, one moment of jealousy, and things could go horribly wrong. The anxiety ate at me every single night during my pregnancy. We didn't rush anything. My husband brought home one of Ethan's blankets from the hospital before we brought our son home. We let the dog sniff it, get used to his scent, understand that something new was coming. Their reaction? It blew my mind. Rocky sniffed the blanket and his tail started wagging. Luna whimpered softly like she already loved this little human. Bear circled the blanket, then lay down next to it like he was protecting it. And then came the day we brought Ethan home. I carried him into the living room where the dogs were waiting. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. This was the moment of truth. Would they accept him? Would they see him as a threat? Or would they welcome him as one of their own? Rocky approached first, slowly, carefully. He sniffed Ethan's tiny feet, then looked up at me like he was asking permission. I nodded, tears already streaming down my face. Rocky gently licked Ethan's hand. And then, my 3-day-old son wrapped his tiny fingers around a tuft of Rocky's fur. That's when I knew. Everything was going to be okay. Luna and Bear followed. Each one greeted Ethan with the gentlest kisses and the softest sniffs. They didn't see him as an intruder. They saw him as their little brother, their new pack member, someone to protect and love. As the days passed, their bond only grew stronger. Ethan started reaching for the dogs before he reached for his toys. His first real laugh? That came from Bear doing a ridiculous spin in the middle of the living room. His first attempt at crawling? He was trying to reach Luna across the room. And Rocky was always there, watching, protecting, loving my son like he was his own puppy. But what happened next shocked me even more. Ethan started behaving like a puppy. I'm not kidding. At 8 months old, he began imitating the dogs. He'd crawl over to their water bowl and try to drink from it. He'd grab toys in his mouth the way they do. He even tried to bark, this adorable little "urf, urf" sound that made everyone in the house burst out laughing. Sometimes I genuinely think Ethan believes he's one of them, a 4th member of the pack. People constantly ask me if I'm worried. Aren't you scared about germs? What if they accidentally hurt him? Isn't it dangerous having such big dogs around a baby? I get it. I understand their concerns. But they don't see what I see every single day. They don't witness the incredible gentleness these powerful animals show around Ethan. They don't see how Rocky will freeze mid-play if Ethan gets too close, how Luna adjusts her entire energy level based on Ethan's mood. How Bear knows exactly when to be silly and when to be calm. It's like they have a sixth sense when it comes to my son. Of course, I'm cautious. I never leave Ethan completely alone with them, especially during feeding time. I watch their body language, I set boundaries, but I also trust them because here's what I know for sure. If you love dogs with your whole heart, if you treat them with respect and kindness, they will love you back tenfold, and they will protect what you love most in this world. Just last week, something happened that proved everything. Ethan was playing in the backyard, laughing at a butterfly. Out of nowhere, a delivery guy opened our side gate without knocking. Before I could even turn my head, all three dogs positioned themselves between the stranger and Ethan. They didn't bark, they didn't growl, but their message was crystal clear. You're not getting near this child. The delivery guy quickly apologized and backed away. The second the gate closed, the dogs relaxed. Rocky walked back to Ethan, who hadn't even noticed the whole thing, and laid down beside him. Ethan climbed onto Rocky's back, grabbed 2 fistfuls of fur, and giggled. My heart felt like it would burst. Watching Ethan grow up with Rocky, Luna, and Bear brings me a joy I didn't even know existed. Their friendship is something truly magical, something pure, something that fills our home with warmth and happiness every single day. If Ethan wanders too far in the yard, Rocky gently herds him back toward the house. If Ethan cries in the middle of the night, all 3 dogs rush to his door and whine until I get there. If Ethan drops his snack, Bear is there to clean it up before I can even reach for a towel. They're not just pets, they're family. They're Ethan's brothers, his protectors, his best friends. And you know what the best part is? As Ethan gets older, I know these dogs will teach him lessons I never could. About loyalty, about unconditional love, about what it means to protect someone weaker than you, about responsibility and compassion and the incredible bond between humans and animals. Rocky, Luna, and Bear are shaping the man my son will become, one gentle nudge and protective stance at a time. Some people think I'm crazy for trusting large dogs around my baby, but I've never felt more at peace. I've never felt more grateful, because I know that as long as Rocky, Luna, and Bear are by his side, Ethan is surrounded by love that most children only dream of. Their bond is unbreakable. Their love is limitless, and I wouldn't change a single thing about our unusual but perfect family. What do you think? Are dogs the best protectors for children, or should parents be more cautious about large breeds around babies?